So, Jingliu and Blade are back. Two of the four buffed characters are on the current banner as of recording, and I wanted to do a little comparison between the two because with the buffs, they are now pretty similar types of characters. They're both destruction, they do blast attacks, and now they both scale their damage off of HP instead of attack, or in Blade's case, it was both, which was part of the reason why he needed a buff. But anyway, so yeah, they're kind of similar play styles now. They both kind of want the same teams, and I kind of wanted to do a little comparison in case you're interested, trying to figure out if you want to pull one of these two or which one you should pull. Just overall, I will say their place in the meta is they are good, not great. They're not at the top. They're certainly not at Castrus or the Herda level, but they're pretty solid characters, and they can clear the endgame modes if you like playing them. And I think it's a good place for them to be. Like, we want balanced characters that aren't busted, that make you feel like you have to pull them. So I think it's a good thing. But to start, I wanted to take a look at the actual buffs real quick, just to explain what they are. They've been out for a while, but some people might not have been paying attention until they actually hit the banner today, which they did. So they do a real nice job of explaining these actually in the Nova Flare thing tab that is on your the event board thing here. So you can check these at any time, which is nice. So looking at Jingliu, like we said, she now does damage based on max HP instead of max attack. So that puts her in not only similar category to Blade, but also to Castrus and Mighty, and they're going to be fighting for the same supports. So if you already have Castrus and Mighty, that's already something to think about. You're going to be fighting for supports with these two. The big change other than that for Jingliu is when her HP gets reduced, she gets increased crit damage and gains Syzygy. So Syzygy is the stack she gets when she's in her ultimate mode, and depending on your build, particularly if you have Hyacine S1, you can now stay infinite. You basically, her unlimited mode is infinite now if you can pull that off, and that is a really big deal for her because that means you get just constant sustained damage once you get your ultimate up, which is going to be very quick. So and yeah, the other part is she gets an extra stack when she changes into her super mode. So that's nice, but the big thing is that when your team damage is getting reduced, which she does on her own with her skill, but you will need some other means to keep her ultimate mode infinite. But it's a nice change. As for Blade, same thing. He scales off of max HP now. His follow-up attack also regenerates a big chunk of energy. I think it's like 25 energy, which is crazy. And his and after using his skill, which is his skill is going to be up all the time, so it increases his aggro chance pretty dramatically. So that's a big deal, believe it or not, because that means he's going to take more hits. Taking more hits means he gets more energy. It also means he gets more follow-up attacks, which also means he gets more energy, which gets his ultimate, and it all works in this nice, beautiful circle. If you thought Blade was fun to play before, which I thought he was because of his, just constant attacking, you're going to love him even more now because he attacks even more. It's great. I think it's a lot of fun. So let's get into a little showdown here. We're going to skip ahead and try both of them in all three endgame modes and see how they compare against each other. Okay. We are now in Forgotten Hall, Memory of Chaos. And what I'd like to do is just going to run both characters against the first side and see what happens. I've got what I think is the best team for both of them, which is Triby, Sunday, and Hyacine. And you could probably debate who goes in the Triby slot depending on the fight, but I think, like most fights, Triby is going to be your best option. let's take a look at our builds real quick. I do have some Eidolons here, so this might not be the most relatable build, but it is not, well, unreachable, if you will, since we're talking about Blade. So I do have Blade at E1, which his E1 does give you some increased damage. So it's a nice little boost. And I do have his Light Cone, so he's E1 S1. And to be fair, my Jingliu is also E1 S1, so we're comparing same investment. Actually, with my Blade, I don't have his traces maxed, and actually I could probably stand to get at least one more level on his ultimate. Usually 9 out of 10 is going to be pretty good anyway, but that is going to be a little bit different because my Jingliu, we'll see later, is maxed out. And for his stats, I've got him at 138 speed, so he is speed tuned with Sunday, and his crit rate's at 64. So if you recall, Sunday gives 20% crit rate, and the relic set that I'm using, Longevous, is going to give you basically an extra 16%. So that does put me pretty much at 100%, like 0.5% over or something like that. And crit damage, my crit damage is a little low. I'd like to see that at 150 or higher, but you will get more crit damage also from Sunday because Sunday does everything. So build-wise, for his relics, I am using the Longevous set, which is his best option because it boosts his HP and gives you that little bit of extra crit damage. So I've got a crit damage chest piece because, again, we're already pretty much at the 100% crit rate. I've got speed so that I can get him speed tuned with Sunday, wind damage, and HP for the rope. Oh, and I'm using for planers the Bone Collection set basically for the max HP boost and a little bit extra crit damage. So that does make my 140 something crit damage maybe not look that bad. So it's pretty solid build. I'm hitting most of the points here that you would want to hit with Blade. So let's give it a spin and see what happens. Now I am guessing that both of these characters are going to perform pretty similarly, but we'll see what we get. Power everybody up. Blade goes last because he attacks. Ooh, I missed. There we go. Okay, so we're going to get Hyacinth's ultimate up. That's going to give us max HP, which that increases Blade's damage. Also, with Hyacinth's S1, she does damage to the team, which is good for both characters. For Blade, it's good when he takes damage because he gets more follow-ups. And for Jingliu, it's going to be good because that'll feed into her syzygy stacks. Okay, so we got Triby's field up. And let's just keep hacking away. So I'm going to use his ult before I use Sunday's ult so that I don't waste energy. 300,000, folks. 300,000 damage. We did it. And that's on the armored guy. Okay, we can see the... that might have been a little bit of the aggro kicking in there. You do got to watch your skill points, which thankfully Triby is skill point positive. And... oh, I forgot to show the build for my other characters. Maybe I'll do that before I get to Jingliu. But I do have E1 Triby, E1 Sunday, but it is E0 Hyacinth. So again, it's a little bit of an investment team, but not like a crazy investment. And we just see Blade getting just constant attacks, which you love to see it. Okay. You will see too... you know what, I'm going to save her ult until the bugs come out. I was just about to say, you will see Tribby and especially Hyacine also contributing quite a bit of damage, especially on multiple enemies. Helps make up for the AoE weakness on destruction characters. Although Blade has his own AoEs too. He's pretty good at that as far as destruction goes. Okay, and we're just gonna keep hacking away at him. Ooh, 450,000 damage with Blade. Amazing. Okay. Not a whole lot to say at the moment. We're just kind of looping through our rotations here. Ooh, we hit 500,000 on that one. That paradise may be unreachable. Such a great line. I love Blade's voice. He has a very cool voice. I can't remember the name of his voice actor. I think it's Damon something. I'm not great with that stuff. Somebody put it in the comments. 338 from Hyacine. It's pretty good. She actually just out-damaged Blade. I think it was on more enemies, though. Hyacine is the ultimate I'm a healer, but her and Little Ika. Well, it's really Little Ika doing the damage, right? Alright, we're getting there. We are getting there. Oh, Tribby's buff is out. I'm gonna use the ult now. I think that'll take Blade's ult to the top. Yep, and then we'll use that. Ooh, that might do it. Yep, and that'll do it. So that is a very respectable 2 cycles for Memory of Chaos. That's pretty good. I don't know if my pre-buff Blade was going to be doing that. So don't mind my solo Ho-Ho here. This is my secret Ho-Ho build that I can't show anybody. She can solo everything, you know. I could show it to you, but Mihoyo would delete my account. Okay, so that was Blade. Let's take a look at Jingliu. We're going to use the exact same team. Like I said, I do have her E1, and her E1, you know, is pretty nice. So it's some, you know, even more crit. She has so much crit damage buff, it's crazy, and she has the massive 50% crit rate buff she gets. So she gets so much crit damage, or it's crazy. So yeah, and then you know you get extra instance damage, which is nice. So her E1's pretty great. And I do have her S1, and I do have her traces maxed out. So that's a little bit of an advantage my build has here. For Jingliu, I am using the Scholar set. If you're wondering why you use the Scholar set and not Longevous, you can use Longevous now with the HP, but you don't need the crit rate buff, as we talked about, because you already get like the crazy 50% from her ultimate mode, and Sunday's giving you another 20. So that's just 70 right off the bat before you do anything. So you don't really need the crit rate from it. And also, Scholar buffs your skill and ultimate damage, and that is everything that Jingliu does is skill and ultimate damage. So anyway, we've got Scholar set. I've got a HP piece, because again, she does not need any more crit anything. So buffing your HP is actually a bit stronger on her because you've already got the multipliers in place basically for it. Speed boots so that we can speed tune with Sunday again. Ice damage boost, again, just kind of giving a variety of buffs. And HP rope. So my substats are actually kind of garbage on some of these, but it does get my stats about where we want it to go. So I've got like 7,000 HP. I've got 143 speed to get above Sunday, and with 30 crit rate, if you add the 70 from Sunday and her self buffing, that's 100% pretty much even. And like we said, I've only got 120 crit damage there, but she's getting crit damage from so many places. She's all good. Yeah, even her light cone, right? It's more crit damage. So, you know what? I said I was going to look at the other characters just to show everybody real quick. So, I do have E1 Tribby. I do not have her light cone, but I have Dance, 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 which in my opinion is almost better than her light cone. It's a debate. Got her traces mostly maxed, and I am running, of course, the Poet set, which is the most common build. Why am I running a crit rate piece? Did I mess something up? Oh, you know what? I'm getting her confused with my Hyacinth build. Yeah, crit rate. HP, just HP across the board, and the energy regen to keep her ult up. So, there's that. For Sunday, of course, I also have E1 for him. I'm running his light cone. I got most of his traces maxed out. I could probably stand to level up his talent, but and then I'm running Sacrados. Get crit damage piece for the crit buffs, speed, and Lushaka set for the energy regen. And then finally, Hyacinth. I don't have her any Eidolon. She's E0, but I do have her light cone, and that's really big for her being a support for both these characters, because again, it's another way of consuming HP, which benefits both of them. Now, even without her light cone, she's still great for them because of her max HP buff, which also increases their damage. But between the two of them, it's like, no question, like the best character to be playing with them. I've got her traces mostly maxed out, 9 out of 10 on her personal skills, but Ika's maxed out. And then relics, pretty standard stuff. I'm running the Warrior Goddess set with outgoing healing, speed, and the Giant Tree set with HP and HP. So, got to keep that speed super high for her, 207, right? Okay. So, sorry for that detour, but I did want to show those builds. Let's get into Jingliu.
That one is hard to persuade.
Alright. Power everybody up. Now, another advantage Jingliu has in this particular fight is the bugs are weak to ice. And actually these guys are too. So that's actually an advantage for her. But let's see how it works out. Okay. I think you're going to see bigger numbers from Jingliu, but she does not attack as frequently. Which, to be clear, she does attack quite frequently, but compared to Blade's follow-ups and everything, not as much. Okay. Yeah, once we get all the buffs up, right? So there's Sunday's buffs. And when we're not attacking the armored guy, I think we'll start seeing some big numbers from her. Yeah, there's 660 there. Which from a skill attack is pretty good. Now this team is a little more skill point hungry, but not really. Yeah, I guess they're not really that more skill point hungry, because once Jingliu doesn't drop out of her ultimate mode anymore. So okay, let's try to finish that guy off. Alright. You know what, he's gonna die by die by Chirby at some point.
All will be revealed.
Or catch the side of the blast. Okay. Pretty good. I do want to try to get... Gotta watch the skill points. Try to get Hyacine's ult back up here. Okay. And get some extra Hyacine damage too. So if you've been watching under Jingliu's name, her Syzygy stacks, they are not really going down that much because there are so many ways now to build them back up. So I think it's every 20 times that your teammates take damage. And so her skill is going to be 5, and with Hyacine's S1, I believe that's 5. Or it might... Yeah, I think it's 5 because it counts Lilika. So it does not take much to keep that up. Alright, so Chirby's skill is going to run out soon, so I'm going to save skill points. Even though I think we would have been okay because of Sunday's light cone. Alright. We're on to phase 2 here. And I think we're on pace to also do a very respectable 2 cycles, but we'll see. I think we can finish him in this cycle. Maybe. Okay, Chirby's thing is out, so we gotta refresh that. Okay, I'm gonna... Chirby ult. Jingliu ult. It's pretty good. 782 was nice. Killing those small bugs adds vulnerability too. I don't know, it's getting close here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, at the end of the day, same result. A very respectable 2 cycles. And like I said, Jingliu has some advantages. I have her traces maxed, and the boss was ice weak on that one, so... All things considered, that's a pretty impressive showing for Blade, but a good showing for both of them. Again, I don't think either of them were going to be doing that pre-buff. So, let's move on and take a look at Pure Fiction. So, we're here in Pure Fiction. We got the Blade team ready. Same team. Particularly in Pure Fiction, Chirby and Hyacine are great because they're going to help clear the small guys out while Blade keeps pounding away at things. Blade is actually, for a destruction character, not too bad for Pure Fiction considering his attack frequency, and he does have a full AoE follow-up attack too, so I think he's going to perform better in this one than Jingliu. They'll both probably clear it okay, but that's my guess. I have him with the 3rd buff here, just as the general thing that's going to help him the most, I think. The dot obviously is not helping him much. Skill damage doesn't really help his entire kit, and so this is just kind of the general do more damage option. So, let's see how it goes. I do think, again, Hyacine and Chirby are going to be pulling a lot of weight here, so... We'll see. Alright. Get Hyacine's ult up. Come on, we were so close to getting Chirby's Come on. There it is. Get the field up. Alright, now Blade can start going to work. Did I miss using his ult? Okay. Yes, and I'm sure if somebody's watching this, I'm probably misplaying things here and there. I am not perfect. Okay. Alright, we're in our Resurging Tide mode here. This is where 878 we can start doing the real damage.
That paradise may be unsavory for me.
Do I want... I don't want a skill here. I want to make sure I have the point for Sunday. 760 from Hyacine. That's light work for her. Oh, we broke 1,000,000. There you go. Blade can do 1,000,000 damage, folks. Blade doing 1,000,000 damage in 2025 outside of simulated or divergent universe. Hyacine with another 600. Okay. And again, I think people get real hung up on seeing big numbers, which is cool. But you have to also keep in mind, Blade is constantly attacking. So even if he is only doing, 300 or 400 damage, 1,000 damage or whatever, he's just constantly attacking. Oh, Triby's... That's not actually... Tribby getting stunned is not really that big a deal. Okay, we have gone 0 cycles and we're already on wave 3 here, so that's pretty good. We've got like the whole remaining... I think we'll be alright, folks. Okay. We got Blade. Just another side note I'm going to throw out on this Pure Fiction. I think some people thought because it was like dot related that you're missing out from not using, Kafka and Black Swan or something. Keep in mind that, like, you can get dots just from breaking certain elements. Aside from some mechanics built in that just add dots automatically no matter what you do for this particular Pure Fiction. I think it's physical, wind, and lightning. If you break... They all add a dot. It's the wind shear for lightning, or it was for wind. Bleed for physical, and whatever they call the lightning one. Ooh, 1.4 million. Nice. Now, if you want to do damage with dot, then yeah, you're probably going to want Kafka and Black Swan. But just to add dot for the mechanics in this Pure Fiction, there's other ways to do it. Okay, the Tribu's ult. I will say for a Pure Fiction boss, Japard has a lot of HP this version. I feel like older versions of Pure Fiction, this would have been over by now. But, that gives us something to complain about on the internet. The HP inflation.
That paradise may be unsavory for me.
Oh, that was a million with Hyacine there. And we're not even in Resurging Tide yet? Wow. Oh, I just made a big mistake. I was yapping and I made a big mistake. I did not hit Kirby's skill. Alright.
A blade knows no mercy. Your end approaches.
Guy on YouTube trying to show people how to play Star Rail doesn't know how to play Star Rail, I guess. Alright. I think we'll be okay, though. One way or another. It's one of the other reasons why that's such a big deal is because Kirby is very slow on purpose, right? And so if you do miss your turn on the buff, another 1.4 million, and that's without the Kirby buff. But if you do miss it, it's going to be a while before you can get it back up again. Okay, well, at least we can keep her ultimate field in place. Oh, she just advanced herself. Thank you, Dance, Dance, Dance. Alright. We're back in business. Yeah, there you go. 1.7 with the Kirby buff. We gotta... Okay, this will probably proc his ult. Yep. So this will probably finish it. There we go. Pure Fiction, not unreachable for Blade. Okay. Oh, you don't even want to see what Ho-Ho will do on Pure Fiction, but again, I don't want to get my account banned. Alright, so let's switch over to Jingliu. Again, same team. I think we're going to switch our buff, though, to the skill damage one, because a huge part of her damage, most of it is skill damage, so I think that'll be most beneficial to her. I could be wrong. I didn't do the math. I'm just guessing. But let's see how it goes. I don't know how good this is going to go or not, because, well, I think it'll be fine because, like I said, Kirby and Hyacine do a lot of work for you in Pure Fiction. So, I think we'll be okay, but I don't know if we're going to perform quite as well as Blade did. Alright, we are in super mode.
All will be revealed.
I just want to... Yep, there it is. I missed those crazy eyes. I haven't played Jingliu in so long. As somebody who... Look, I've been playing this game since day one. I was there when Jingliu was the top tier 0 character, and I had her E0S1 back then, and it was glorious. And let me tell you, I missed her, because I love hot, evil women that can slice me in half. Anyway, let's see, what's my skill point situation? Alright, Trivy's next. So, Trivy will get my skill point back. See, even enemy hits contribute to her getting Syzygy stacks, so I just got one in that sequence without doing anything. Yeah. Yes, that first wave was a little slow. Because if you recall, about this point with Blade, we were already on the starting the third wave. Well, we were maybe like 1 or 2 turns further, but about the same point. We were a whole wave ahead. Ooh, that was some nice damage. 1.5.
In a lunar flame.
Another 1.1.
Ready for death.
Another 1.3. Yeah, she's just dishing out that damage right now. I love it.
This mortal watch over you and guide you on your path.
Don't be rash. Have some sunshine.
500k from Hyacine. Alright, this time I gotta pay attention and make sure I don't miss Triby's buff. Next turn it's up again. Alright, that should do it. Yep. Get him out of here. I guess this team is more skill point positive because Blade at least every 3 turns needs to use a skill point. Whereas now, with buffed Jingliu and Hyacine's S1, once she basically uses 1 skill point at the beginning of the match, and then you're good for the rest of eternity. Okay, where am I at with... Okay, I do need a Triby skill, so I'm gonna... not skill with Hyacine. Alright, there we go. I did not miss Triby's buff this time. We are running out of time on this fight, though. I think we'll be fine to get, like, if we were going for all the stars, but... I'm a little worried about hitting 40,000 points. Because Japard has a lot of HP.
Ready for death.
Future is great. Is it coming? I feel that flame. Let me go! Have some sunshine.
Okay. Back into our Resurging Tide. Start getting some good damage in. Another 740 from Hyacine. I hate when he does that.
All will be revealed.
Well, he still takes damage, I guess. I would have preferred like a Triby follow-up or something to knock those barriers off. It's real annoying. Okay. Oh, 800 from Hyacine. Well, she just keeps ramping up the longer the fight gets anyway, so... Alright, we've got 1 cycle left and half of his life bar. Are we gonna make it? I think we will. Yeah, we probably will. Maybe. I am going to be falling out of Resurging Tide before Jingliu comes back up, though.
Ready for death. All will be revealed.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know, folks. I'm a little nervous. Oh, I was hoping Dance 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 would help me squeeze another turn out, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yep. 40k is unreachable for Jingliu, at least in this go-round. It was close, though. I feel like maybe a few more things had gone my way. I might have misplayed something in there. It was close. Maybe there's some adjustment we could have made to that. But, you know, certainly plenty to clear the 30,000 points you would need for Pure Fiction. So that's to be expected, though. Like I said, I think Blade has the advantage in Pure Fiction with his AoEs and all that, and more frequent attacking. So, all right, let's move on to Apocalyptic Shadow and see what that looks like. So we are in the second half of Apocalyptic Shadow. I decided to do the second half because the boss has both ice and wind weaknesses, and that is a lot more important in Apocalyptic Shadow than in the other modes. I have the third buff on for Blade, which is the follow-up attack buff. I don't know if that's really the best one, but we're going to roll with it and see what happens. And remember this boss? It's funny to me that this boss is an Echo of War boss when he's just like a slightly bigger version than the normal enemies. I don't know. Like, I get in, like, in universe he's really powerful or whatever, but I don't know, man. He just looks like a super version of one of those horse guys to me. So, yeah, we're just... Actually, I should probably target his... I don't actually know the mechanics of this fight. I'm going to be real with you folks. I don't know if I should be focusing on... I just brute forced my way through this one when I did it in my main game. I should probably focus on breaking the one on the side, right? I mean, I can't break the other one. So that is just going to be a brute force situation. What's my skill points looking like? Okay. Aw, come on, they hit Hyacine. That's the one character I did not want stunned. Maybe this is not as complicated as I'm thinking. Well, so far... Oh, see, I messed up. Use your skill, buddy. There we go. I'm flustered by the boss mechanics. Alright, that should break him, right? Yeah, there we go. And then we can just start wailing on him. I think, well, Blade's turn will definitely finish him off. Wow, if Blade gets to go again, alright. Actually did remember to use Tribu's skill. Alright, finish it, Blade. There we go. One more time. I think we'll be fine to clear the score. What is it, like 1,300 or something? But maybe not a great performance. And we're still at 1,700, which is pretty good. Alright, this time I'm gonna... Well, we gotta kill the middle part anyway, right? I wish I had something more insightful to share with you on this one, but we're just pounding away on him, see what happens. I'm also thinking maybe the follow-up buff was not the best buff to take. I always find it interesting that in Apocalyptic Shadow the sides have different buffs, unlike Pure Friction. Okay, we broke that part. Is this the first time he's been in Apocalyptic Shadow, or do I just have a terrible memory? I probably just have a terrible memory. Okay. I tried to get the Sunday ult off first, but that's fine. It's not going to do anything anyway. Alright. Let's get the trivial ult out there. That should get us a nice chunk of damage. I think Blade's might have to take 2 swings, but that's fine because Sunday will enable that. Ooh, so close. I just noticed Sunday's halo on Blade. It's pretty funny. I don't know why that's funny, but I like it. Alright. 1582. Pretty good. So, let's rewind that then and take a look at how Jingliu does. Okay, Jingliu time. Let's see what we get. Nope. Don't mind my phone. Alright. I think this is probably going to be a pretty similar, similar clear. But let's see. I mean, I don't have the blast attacks that Blade, or the follow-up attacks, but man, I feel like Jingliu was hitting like a truck on those last couple of hits. Okay, let's save skill points. Oh, I feel bad wasting my ult on 2 weak parts, but whatever. We'll get it right back when he breaks. Come on. That one little bit of HP left. We're gonna get our ult back. Come on, Nika, you can do it. Did we really not get it? Ah, that's... That one little bit? Seriously? Oh, that's gonna make a big difference. Because we would be killing him right now. Wow, I'm surprised that Tribby and Hyacine were not able to finish that off. Okay, finally. Alright. And this is just gonna one-shot him.
All will be revealed. In the lunar flame.
Okay. Alright, I don't think we're that far off track. Let's use all our free ults.
This mortal. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Feel free to make fun of me in the comments if I'm making any misplays or I'm just not understanding how this boss works, because I'm just brute forcing him.
Underestimating us will cost you.
Okay, I do need to skill with Tribby.
Nowhere to run.
Guys, rainbow bridge. Have some sunshine.
Triumph fitting. Heard the call. Trinity is before you.
Future is free. So leave it with me.
I wonder if it would make more sense to kill the side ones first and then finish off the middle one. I don't know. I think we're doing okay.
Ready for death.
There we go. That's the way the first one should have gone. I don't know what happened there. Is this going to kill him? Almost. Maybe if we use everybody else's ult. Be nice to keep it over 1600.
This mortal. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Let's go for the little eco finish. There you have it. 1600. Pretty good. Pretty good for both of them. But, you know, let's zoom out and wrap this thing up then. Okay, so that was our Blade versus Jingliu Showdown. We ran through all three endgame modes, and they performed basically the same in Memory of Chaos. I think Blade maybe did slightly better. Blade definitely did better in Pure Fiction, although I feel like maybe a little tweaks. I still probably could have got 40,000 with Jingliu. It was close. Edge goes to Blade on that one, and a very minor edge to Jingliu in the Apocalyptic Shadow. But overall, pretty close performance. I'm actually surprised how good Blade did. I thought Jingliu was going to do a little bit better with this setup, given all the same team, and they're both E1, S1 and all that. And like I said, I've even got extra traces on Jingliu. So, real impressive showing with Blade. As you can see, you know, both of them were pretty good in endgame. But again, this is a pretty high investment team in terms of having good supports. If anything, this just might be one of the many, many, many times I tell everybody, invest in your Harmony supports. The meta can shift, DPSs come and go, but Harmony supports are forever. Nevertheless, with that in place, and you know, the E1 S1s, that is a pretty good showing. So, if you're not sure which one to pick, they're pretty close. It's kind of the same. You know, if you're a new player, I would probably wait for a better DPS, save up for Casterus or the Herda, or you know, whatever hot new DPS is going to be coming out at some point in the next few updates. But if you really like these characters, though, they're not a bad choice. I think they're pretty viable and can be pretty fun to play. I think they're also both pretty fun. So, yeah. Have fun out there. Good luck on your polls if you're polling for any of them. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe, all those good things. Ring the notification bell. I don't know how the internet works. And we'll catch you next time. Bye.